Welcome back to the show. XRP out for a jog, 55 cents. We got Elon Musk endorsing John Deaton and talking XRP. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.47 trillion market cap for crypto. The market's off by 0.8%, but 68,000 plus right now for Bitcoin, 2,600 plus for Ethereum, 119 billion plus market cap for Tether, 34 billion plus for USDC. Number 7 spot is XRP at 54 cents, up 1.7 on the 24, 1.9 up on the 7-day. But on Fiat Link, we're 55 cents, baby. Yeah, ranging between 54 and just under 56 cents. Let's keep an eye on it. You know, people are saying we're in a very special time right now. Head on a swivel. I can tell you this is a very special opportunity right here. It's linked to private equity, ladies and gentlemen. And whether it's Anthropic, whether it's Ripple, whether it is Uphold, whether it's Zipline, or any of the other amazing opportunities they have for you to buy private equity before these companies have some kind of a public exit, you can do it in under 3 or 4 minutes. You can sign up, register, and fund your account. That's how streamlined they've made this process. And you, too, can begin getting private equity like the wealthiest 1% of the world do. Link to my sponsor underneath the video. Don't mess around. And look at this. I asked the question last night. I saw it with my own eyes. 69,100 plus for Bitcoin. And, you know, they've been saying that we are in October, as they like to call it. And remember, Bitcoin halving last April puts us at 160 some odd days plus, maybe 170 days from that time frame. And right around the 180-day mark, historically, give or take around that 180-day mark, Bitcoin starts to do its thing. And we're coming up on that window very quickly, which is another reason why that 69,000 plus stood out. Now, we're back at 68,000 plus right now for Bitcoin, but this is something we want to pay close attention to. Remember, we know all the different things about Ethereum. We know all the different challenges about Bitcoin, and we know the challenges about XRP because of the case. We studied it for years. But, you know, as long as BlackRock and Fidelity have exposure, so do I. That changes, so will I. Not financial advice. But take a look at this chart very quickly, the Bitcoin spiral clock. If we look at this, it says here, we've hit 130 on the Bitcoin spiral clock. Between 130 and 430 is when the real magic happens. Well, here's your 130 mark right here, and here is your 430 mark right here. So between this period is where we see, usually historically, see the Bitcoin go crazy. So we're really just entering into that window, as I said, to see that breakout. That 180-day range is really just starting to hit that mark. So head on a swivel. And you know, if Bitcoin takes off, that's the biggest signal that the rest of the market will soon follow. But take a look at this. Brian Armstrong has agreed. Massachusetts residents should vote for John Deaton, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting a clear endorsement from Brian Armstrong himself. He goes on to say crypto holders in Massachusetts should realize that Senator Warren is one that who got Gary Gensler his job and encouraged him to unlawfully try and kill crypto industry in America, and so on and so on. We know the rest of it. And then that gets an endorsement from Elon Musk. Elon Musk indirectly supporting John Deaton now. Oh, it's going to get better because Elon Musk is asked about XRP and the XRP ledger used in the future of finance. We got that for you too. Let me play a clip of this here. Jack Mallers talking to Charles Payne on Fox about Bitcoin. How high can it go?
So what do you see? What's the future, the near term and the longer term future that you envision for Bitcoin?
Oh my gosh, this thing's going hundreds of thousands of dollars per coin, Charles. I mean, the U.S. government is in so much debt. The way I think about Bitcoin's price equals technology plus fiat liquidity. So it's going to go up because it's innovative tech and it's better money. But what really shoots it up at a neck-breaking pace is when our government is tens of trillions of dollars in debt and has to roll that debt over. So they got a lot of money to print and financial assets are going to soar. And Bitcoin goes up the most because it's the hardest to make more of.
He makes some good points to his point. The only thing I would add to that is that this is an experience that I've had. Now, I have scalped Bitcoin from time to time over the years, like a lot of us have. I currently, as you know, and most of you are OGs in the space, the Bitcoin exposure I have, I chose to take this time around in my IRA, right? And then I'll be able to access that at 59.5 tax-free. You can do that with iTrust Capital. I got a link for you underneath the video if you haven't done it. To me, that's a smart way to really invest in Bitcoin for me, and I have the power to change that should things change about the dynamics of Bitcoin. The one thing I will say is, as someone who has held Bitcoin off and on since I've been in this space, I can truly say that when Bitcoin was in the upper 60s, 60,000 range or whatever it was the last time it had seen that, I moved a Bitcoin and it cost me over $4,000 to do so. So although it is in high demand, although it has a low total supply, it sends the value up very quickly. I get it. I understand it. I appreciate it too. Remember that that's how much it cost me to move a Bitcoin when it was $60,000. It cost me $4,000. So it's not a payments solution, right? Just understand that. Meanwhile, this is a payment solution. Payments company Stripe acquires stablecoin platform called Bridge in a $1.1 billion transaction, making this the largest acquisition in crypto to date. Bridge offer software that enables businesses to accept payments in stable coins. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Things are about to get really futuristic very quickly. And listen to this acknowledgement that Swift is working directly with Chainlink. I love it.
Services Swift and Chainlink worked together on the first POC that we did on bond issuance and redemption. It was quite successful, and that was maybe the first steps of this sort of love story between Swift and Chainlink, which continues today.
Yes, indeedy. And we also know that digital assets, which was formerly before that was, or previously before that was known as Securrency, has been bought by the DTC and Swift. And we know that digital assets have been bought and acquired there. So what do we know? We know that is interoperable with the DTCC, but Swift, on the other hand, just had a webinar that we covered a couple weeks ago where Citi's Ryan Rugg and our own, I think it was Peggy Soltani on that webinar, acknowledged that they were both working with Swift on cross-border payments. So we got Chainlink, we got Swift, we got Ripple. The connections are remarkable, ladies and gentlemen. And the Securrency was DTCC. I had it mixed up for a second. But a reminder about this, because what do we know? Stripe's adding stable coins with Bridge acquisition. Venmo is now partnered with MoonPay, which is going to be partnered with the real USD. And so they can buy crypto through MoonPay. 60 million users, ladies and gentlemen. You see where it's going? Venmo, Stripe, MoonPay, Ripple partner. Come on in. Pierce's technology stepping out now. Shout out to Farhan Prat. Take a listen to this. We're excited to announce the launch of the XRP Ledger Snap for Metamask. So today, 30 million monthly active users of Metamask are now just one click away from having an account on the XRP Ledger, creating a unique opportunity for the adoption and management of XRP Ledger assets in the most used crypto wallet in the world. The Snap contains all the features currently available in the XRP Ledger mainnet and testnet network and can be integrated by any DApp, decentralized app, to connect and sign transactions. How about this?
Unveiling the first XRPL Metamask Snap. The power of the XRP Ledger meets the versatility of Metamask. A Snap allows non-EVM networks to seamlessly integrate with your Metamask wallet. Now, with our XRPL Snap, you can bring the XRP Ledger, one of the world's top trusted blockchains, directly to Metamask, the gold standard of non-custodial wallets, long proved and trusted by over 30 million users. Getting started is simple. If you already have a MetaMask wallet but no XRPL account, you can create one using the same mnemonic. If you're an XRPL user without a MetaMask wallet, easily import your XRPL account with mnemonic into MetaMask. And if you're new to both, you can create an XRPL account directly within MetaMask. Remember, activating a new XRPL account requires a 10 XRP deposit, which you can quickly complete through our built-in on-ramp using Transact. With our Snap, you can send and receive on one of the fastest and most cost-effective blockchains. Hold XRP, tokens, and NFTs, all within a top 5 blockchain by market cap. Enjoy full support for all XRPL transaction types. Access a built-in on-ramp for easy XRP account activation and purchases through Transact. Now, dApps can offer sign-in with MetaMask, introducing the XRPL to MetaMask users. Developed by PeerSyst, a proven leader in the blockchain industry and a key contributor to the XRPL community. The Snap has been thoroughly audited by Safer, ensuring flawless security for an exceptional community. Experience the power and speed of the XRP ledger within MetaMask.
Come on in, Pierces. Shout out to Ferran Prat and everybody there. This is remarkable. Interoperability, multi-chain. It's a multi-chain world after all. Yeah, we know, right? But listen, this is super exciting to me because, you know, what I see is the cannibalization of this interoperability, which gives one ubiquitous experience, just like the internet. The internet is a combination now currently of multiple different protocols. What we're seeing is the new internet forming right here. I'm telling you, this is absolutely remarkable. And so is this. So is this. Listen to this clip.
But I do think crypto, by its very nature, it helps with individual freedom.
You're damn right it does. Now let's hear the whole clip here in a second. But first, I want to remind everybody of this important announcement. Stuart Alderoty says the Second Circuit will either affirm Judge Torres or extend her opinion in his opinion. He says the best the SEC can hope for, and that is a remote hope, is a remand, which would mean that the appellate court would take a look at the case and the ruling and then say, hey, there's another issue we think that the lower court should go back and remand and take a look at. But that would have to be that is the slimmest chance possible. What is more likely is what Stuart Alderoty suggests here is that the Second Circuit Appellate Court will actually affirm Judge Torres' decision and agree with it, and maybe even extend her opinion to go further on what she actually has come up with. So we'll see what comes of that. But let's get back to this full clip when the gentleman in this, my friend, this right here is an official OG, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Yeah, this is the official I got balls guy right here, asking the question to Elon. Take a listen.
Given how punitive the SEC has been towards crypto under this administration, do you envision the XRP ledger being incorporated into the financial institutions in the future?
Oh.
Well, I certainly cannot speak to any specific crypto, but you know, I do think that the sort of cryptocurrency is an interesting and probably valuable bulwark against a centralized control. So, you know, this is definitely not an endorsement or lack of endorsement for XRP, but I do think crypto, by its very nature, it helps with individual freedom.
Are you hearing this? Now, I'm going to play this whole thing one more time, and I want you to listen. Now, I have heard Elon Musk talk about Bitcoin and Dogecoin and even flamethrowers that he's created openly talk about all this stuff. And he sold flamethrowers. But the fact that Elon Musk stays away from XRP talk plays into the idea, for me, that XRP will be very important in the new financial system. Otherwise, why wouldn't he speak to it? You got to listen carefully how he responds. Now, when you listen back this time, what I want you to remember and think of is that this is Elon Musk, one of the original PayPal mafia guys, alongside Peter Thielen. And their original goal in PayPal was to create an intergalactic currency. And the only reason they stopped that pursuit was because long-term shareholders wanted to experience profits. And they said, just make it a payment app. PayPal will be great. Forget the long-term futuristic intergalactic currency. But Elon has never forgotten it.
Given how punitive the SEC has been towards crypto under this administration, do you envision the XRP ledger being incorporated into the financial institutions in the future?
Well, I certainly cannot speak to any specific crypto.
He sounded like he was in the SEC, didn't he? Now, why wouldn't he do that? You could have asked him about Dogecoin. 1,000,000 times he's responded, oh yeah, I could use Dogecoin for payments on X maybe, right? He'd float that in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, Tesla buys Bitcoin. We own a ton of Bitcoin, right? Talks about it all the time. But XRP, all of a sudden, it gets a very professional, academic response. I can't speak to any one particular token. This is the look on his face right after he was asked. Now, are we reading too much into it? Maybe I am. But I don't personally think so. And it's not the first time that Elon has recognized the Ripple camp. Remember when way back in 22, Brad Garlinghouse had responded, the SEC wants you to think that it cares about disclosures of transparency and clarity. Don't believe them. When truth eventually comes out, the shamefulness of their behavior will shock you. And Elon Musk said, no way, because he knows better than anybody. He's been through it. Remember when he said, I don't respect the SEC? They have that in common. There's more going on here than we realize, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. There's the face right there. There's the face right there. Unbelievable. It was a remarkable moment, and God bless that guy for asking. I showed this yesterday. This is the macro drop zone from Eggrad Crypto. Why crypto? Because he knows, like I know, the innovation is going to be profound to the world's financial system and traditional markets. There's no question. I'm here for the tokenization of real-world assets because that's where, to me, the value that I've always been drawn to will ultimately come from. But in the meantime, if we look at this chart here, which is so beautifully laid out, and this is an inverted chart, so this has been turned upside down for the effect, because sometimes it's easier to see a chart when you flip it upside down. And you can see the downside, which is actually looking at the upside. So the truth is that if you want to just worry about the macro, you want us to get at $2 and have $2 for support. Because if we can get $2 for support, 15 could come very quickly. And the jump from $15 to $115 would be a less volatile jump than when we were at a very low price in the early days of 15 cents when we went to $2 even. Back in the day, that was a crazy jump of over 1,200%. So to go from 15 bucks to 115 bucks is only around half of that in a jump. So these numbers are really staggering, but the jump between them is not as astronomical percentage-wise as we've already witnessed in XRP's history. And that is just one of the many reasons why we showcase Eggrad Crypto on this show. Because this chart really says a lot to me. And if you're somebody that gets tore up by watching the price every day, well, don't watch the price every day. Maybe you wait till it gets to $2 and then you start paying attention for the larger things that happen. Take that stress out of your life. I know it always helps me to focus on my day-to-day. What am I doing inside of my family circle? What am I doing to better my business and my personal life? And when I focus on that, everything else just kind of takes care of itself. It's not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. Now, we're going into the freedom zone today. And let me tell you, we're going to touch on a lot of things. Free speech being one of them. And I hope that you will join us because we're also going to talk about the mainstream media and the new narrative that they're about to spin because I believe they understand and have resigned to know they have lost this election. Things are about to get very wicked. you can join us in digperspectives.com. Click the Freedom Zone for next to nothing and come on in. Hit the like and subscribe or come on into the Freedom Zone. We appreciate you being there, and you're not going to believe what you're about to see. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, welcome back.